The Bucknell University Alumni Association is managed by a group of 50 Bucknellians, and each year the Alumni Association Awards Committee selects award recipients in 4 categories. The Young Alumni Award is given to an outstanding Bucknellian within 15 years of graduation. This year, we honor Benga Akanagbe, class of 2000, actor, producer, writer, and social activist. The award for service to humanity is presented annually to a Bucknellian whose selfless and caring work benefits society and humankind. This year's recipient is Dr. Jacqueline Horner Plumet, class of 1965, psychologist, career counselor, speaker, and journalist writer. The award for outstanding achievement in a chosen profession is given to an alumnus whose professional accomplishments and achievements are distinctive. This year, we honor 2 alumni, Ronald Barron, class of 1965, CEO and Chief Investment Officer of Barron Capital Management, and Charles Brandis, class of 1965, Chairman of Brandis Investment Partners. The Loyalty to Bucknell Award is given to a member of the alumni community whose service, dedication, and commitment to the university are extraordinary. We are pleased to give this year's honor to Richard Skelton, class of 1960, for his unwavering support of Bucknell.
It was coming into my own at Bucknell, getting into Bucknell and wrestling, and getting into wrestling that kind of let me feel like I could do whatever I wanted.
Several of the professors taught me how to think very efficiently and effectively about a problem.
How do you know what you're going to love doing if you haven't had a broad experience in a liberal arts college?
I came up the dormitory floors, and the first person I met was Dennis Cox. And he wanted to know whether I played football, and I said no, and he said, well, you can be the manager. And that was my introduction, and it was just a great experience.
I had the courage to start off on my own. I think it's a basic tendency to be independent and to be entrepreneurial.
Currently, I have a movie that's doing the festival route called Knucklehead that I produced and that I'm in. Alfre Woodard plays my mother in it. I started producing that film 5 to 8 years ago, and making a movie is like, it's not pushing a rock up a mountain, it's pushing a mountain up a mountain.
I worked for a few years as an economist, and then had an opportunity to go into consulting, but the lifestyle would be so difficult. It was either have children or have a consulting career. So I decided I loved the problem solving, and I would like to solve problems for individuals, not companies.
I have always thought investing shouldn't be restricted to one area or one country or one part of the world. And my first client in 1974 was a foreign gentleman, and he helped me think about investing not only in the U.S., but investing worldwide.
My father thought it was a terrible idea. He wanted me to be a doctor. And he says, well, you want to be a stockbroker? What are you talking about? And, but I've always been interested. I read. I never had any courses in finance. Took one economics course. I really loved it.
I have a company called Liberated People. You may have heard of it. I've been fortunate enough to be a part of a whole bunch of different protests and social movements around the world, from the West Bank to Israel to Occupy Nigeria. I was on trial here in Brooklyn for protesting stop and frisk. And Liberated People was born, where we make eco-friendly t-shirts and sweatshirts highlighting the liberation dates of nations around the world, because we all have a liberation date.
Bucknell affords the opportunity for a student, regardless of his or her major, to diversify his education. He can be an engineering student, and he can take courses in history or French and broaden his educational base.
When we're looking to hire somebody, what we're most concerned about is that person's passion for what they want to do with their life and their career.
I started my private practice, and I decided to try being a writer, and it seems to have worked out, but I'm glad I didn't quit my day job. I was lucky enough to be a founding member of Anglican Women's Empowerment. We bring women from all around the world to New York to go to the UN and learn how to lobby for social justice.
If you want to have a happy life, I think you have to love what you do. And everything else flows from that. You have to have a goal and a plan and a dream. Live by your word. Do whatever you say you're going to do, whether it's good for you or whether it's not. If you make a promise, you got to live by your promise.
Bucknell has been a part of my life for over 50 years, and the more I learn of it, the more I love it.